Anthony G. Spincity, the great station, locked on in the studio with the great TRACY CRUZ. TRACY, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. First of all, we want to say thank you for taking time out of your schedule to take, time and, talk to us here in the UK.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
Now, I can tell you here in the UK, the weather is on the damp side right now. Here in the UK, it's, cloudy, 13 degrees, kind of chilly, not West Indian weather.
Wow.
What's it like where you are?
Right now it's sunny, but a little bit windy right now. We're experiencing our fall weather now. It's a little bit colder.
Brilliant, brilliant. Now then, first of all, it's all about your new song that you're going to release. But before we get into that, we just want to find out about TRACY, as an independent person growing up. Now, we know you're from the Philippines.
Yes, I was born there.
Okay, what was it like growing up in the Philippines?
It was great. I stayed in the Philippines for about 5 years, but I was born in Quezon City on the island of Luzon in the Philippines. And it was a really beautiful place from what I remembered. I grew up surrounded by many family members, and there was always really good food and singing and family time. And we're just a very close-knit family. And my family was very musical, and my mom, my grandma, my grandparents were very, very supportive of me singing, and also my aunts and uncles. Everybody was just really supportive. Like they kept saying, "Tracy, sing us a song," or "keep singing." And having that instilled in me as a young girl, like it really helped me to continue my path in music.
Brilliant, brilliant. That's brilliant. Now, as well as obviously being born in the Philippines, you now currently reside in California.
Yes, I do. Bay Area. I've lived here for over 30 years now.
Brilliant. Now, so obviously in California now, what's it like doing the music out there?
It's great. There's a lot of really wonderful musicians and singers and producers and just creative. It's like a melting pot. There are so many different styles in the Bay Area, and it's very diverse. And there's a really strong-knit, supportive community out here in the Bay Area. A lot of wonderful talent has come out of the Bay Area, especially in the R&B soul genres. There are so many people to name. And it's just great being able to be surrounded by such great talent and diversity.
Brilliant. Now, as well, being a singer, you're also a songwriter. Tell us about that.
Yes, I've been writing songs since I was a teenager. I wrote poems growing up in elementary school, and I probably dabbled a little bit into songwriting in elementary school, but didn't really take it seriously until like my teen years, and I got really into it in my 20s.
Okay, that's brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Now then, you're also a mother. Now, how do you manage to do the music side and being a mother of two? I mean, that must be, how do you do it?
You know what? It's really, really challenging, I would say, trying to take care of, two growing human beings, and they're in their teens now, and I'm trying to balance my career. And I always remind them, that I love and care about them, and I'm, working hard for them. And, I've decided to, just limit my days of work as far as teaching, and then I'll have a couple of days off during the week so that I can just, spend time with family,
Brilliant.
even if
Well
it's
done.
just for a few hours.
It's so important that interaction with the children is so important.
It is. It's very important. They're going to remember your time with them, not what you buy them. They'll remember your time.
Brilliant.
With them.
I think well spoken, well spoken. Now, we know to date, how many albums have you recorded so far?
So I've released 2 full-length albums and 4 EPs.
Wow. Wow. So were you signed to any major record label, or just your own personal music?
I've always been independent ever since.
So full control, can we say?
Yes, full creative control. And I love it. I love full creative control. I wouldn't mind being signed to an independent label as long as I'm able to keep my creative control. I'm all for it. Mm-hmm.
Brilliant. In charge. Now then, How would you define your music in terms of what your music is about and how it sounds how it should sound to other people? Do you think?
I would say R&B soul, neo soul, very expressive lyrics, emotional vocals, stylings of soul, R&B, even a little bit of jazz, I would say
Brilliant.
is inspired by that as well.
Okay, now we also know, as well as being a great singer, you're also a
Thank
vocal
you.
coach. Is that right?
Yes, I'm a vocal coach. I've been teaching for over 14 years now, but definitely for singing, I would say 12 years, but overall teaching 14 years. And I love it. I work with a lot of kids and teens. The majority of my clientele are teenagers, like 95%, and children. And it's just great being able to guide, the future generation of singers and musicians and creatives. I feel super honored for that opportunity.
Brilliant. Well done. And to me as well, you're giving back your knowledge as well. I think that's beautiful. Well
Thank you so
done.
much. It's important, it's really important to give back through music and just being able to share knowledge and encouragement, along the way, because the music industry is very intense. You can feel a lot of pressure, you can feel a lot of feeling overwhelmed, and so if you just have somebody to guide you, it makes a difference. It makes a total difference in your journey.
Brilliant. Now, would you say, is there any favorite song from maybe a major artist who might not be with us now, I should say, that really means a lot to you, or you still feel in terms of music wise?
Oh, wow. I would say a lot of songs from Aretha Franklin. Like
Wow.
she just sang with her whole heart. Like you can feel her heart, her soul, her mind, everything in her music. Like she just exuded just beauty and grace through her music, and she's timeless music. She is the definition of timeless music, a
Wow.
legend. Hmm.
Wow. Beautiful. Now then, let's talk about your new song, which you're going to release. Now, what's it entitled, first of all?
It's called Your Love's Everything.
Wow. And what inspired you to make the tune?
I wrote this song for my love, and I wanted to encourage everybody out there, in love or just experiencing some sort of, feelings of love. I wanted to write an upbeat, positive song, because there's a lot of songs about heartbreak
Mm,
and sadness, and especially during what we're going through right now with
I
the
hear that. I hear
pandemic,
that.
and
Yeah, yeah,
a lot of heavy hearts right now.
yeah.
And I wanted to shed some light through music. I wanted people to feel good, even if it's just a moment, for a few minutes, be able
Yeah,
to
good
feel
feel
some sort of
factor. I
joy.
think, yeah, I think, well, now, I mean, that's what we all need. I think we need a little bit of
Yeah.
upliftment, and I think it's a
Yes.
great track.
Yes.
Now, did you
Thank
write,
you
so
so much.
did you obviously write the song? You wrote the song yourself. What
Yes,
about the
I wrote the
production
song.
side and the arrangement and the music?
So it was produced by Groove. He's based out of Georgia, and he shared music with me. I listened to that track and I said, hey, did anybody write to this? Because I want this song. I told him it feels good. It reminds me of summertime, going into the beach, putting your feet in the sand, the sun is shining, the skies are blue. It's so soothing, and it's just so relaxing, and it just makes you feel really happy. And so I decided to write to it. It's a really feel
Good,
good
brilliant, brilliant. Now,
track.
such as a female singer like yourself, woman-wise,
Hmm.
what advice would you give to anybody who wants to try and do the same sort of thing that you're doing in terms of production or perhaps management? What would you advise them to do?
Yes, I would say make sure you hone your craft. Even if it's just a few, even for a few minutes a day, that makes a difference. And then being authentic, being yourself. I know there are other artists that you look up to. You can definitely take, little bits and pieces of inspiration from the artists that, encourage you, but, be your own artist, and then also define your own success, and, don't compare your path to somebody else says path,
Brilliant.
because everyone has a different journey,
Yeah.
and
So
we're all gonna.
you're saying be original, right?
Yeah, be original, you know, don't
Yeah,
sound like somebody else, you know, and also, you know, make sure you stay grounded, stay humble, you know, be kind to everybody. You know, you can make really good music, but you got to make sure your heart is good too.
yeah, I totally agree with that. Now then, in terms of your music being released now, are
Mhm.
you gonna make more music in terms of an album or anything else with this, or this is just a general release song to see how it goes first?
So this is the lead song of my upcoming album, which
Okay,
I will be releasing next year, early next year.
okay,
And all of the songs on this project are feel good, you know, hard hitting grooves,
good.
very positive music. Same feeling as this song. So I wanted to share that with people and just spread some love and light, you know,
Brilliant.
to the world, especially during this time. That's really what the project is about. Is for the people.
That's good. That's brilliant. Now,
Thank
if
you.
anybody wants to hear your music video wise, or, perhaps go to various sites to download your music, how should they go about that? What should they do?
You can first go to my website, tracycruzmusic.com, TRACYCRUZ music.com. I'm also on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram under Tracy Cruz Music. And then you can find me on all digital platforms like iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, Spotify, etc.
Brilliant. Tracy, thank you so much for taking time at your schedule. Really, really do appreciate it. And
Thank you so
obviously,
much.
our pleasure. Whenever you have another track, just let us know. We'll do another interview. It's so nice to hear
I
some
really
positive words.
appreciate that.
What we need you to do now is just introduce this track so we can get it played for you.
Sure. This is my song, Your Love's Everything. And I'm hanging out with Anthony G, the very first that we met.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
The very first day that we met was a moment I couldn't forget. It was so special to me. When I looked into your eyes, a connection was divine. Felt like I knew you for a lifetime. Wanna get to know you, wanna love and adore you. Wanna be the best for you, wanna be there for you. With each day that passes by, our love grows stronger over time. Reaching deeper, dancing higher highs. Our hearts become more synchronized, while our minds become alive. Oh, I need you in my life. Wanna get to know you, wanna love and adore you. Ooh, wanna be the best for you, wanna be there for you. Wanna get to know you, wanna love and adore you. Oh, wanna be the best for you, wanna be there for you. Oh, you came into my life, the joy I can't describe. You truly changed my life.